Mixly, the power of diversity.
I think that the future can go one of two ways, and I think that if we don't start really taking the well-being of our planet and the people on it more seriously, maybe we will not see a 2042. I do believe that the woman is at the center of not only her family and her community, but of society. If you invest in women, if you invest in the education of girls, the empowerment of girls, you are developing a healthier society. In doing this work, I've seen so many instances where Western celebrities are speaking on behalf of, local people, and even myself. Like, I make films about Africa. I'm not African, but one of the things that I've really been advocating for that I think is going to be important in all this population-related stuff or whatever is making sure that the people who have influence on the ground at the community level are involved in a lot of these campaigns and awareness-building activities or whatnot. Because what's happening is that, more and more corporations, more and more Western celebrities, more and more Westerners are dictating what's happening in the communities overseas, and it's not being beneficial to the people who are really, really affected by these issues. I remember I interviewed this man in Malawi who was dying of AIDS. No American had ever been in his village, and I sat and talked with him for like 2.5 hours. And at the end, he just kept thanking me, like, "Thank you so much for coming, thank you." I'm like, no, it's good, thank you. Like, thank you for sharing your really personal story with me. No American has ever come here, thank you, thank you, thank you. And it started to actually really upset me. I'm like, don't thank me. And I'm like, okay, so my camera equipment costs enough money to fund your AIDS treatment for the next year or so, and you are thanking me profusely, and I didn't like it. And so I think the most important thing for people who do the kind of films that I do is to be absolutely intimately aware of the power dynamic that exists between you as a Western filmmaker and the people that you're about to shoot. I like to say that I believe there's a spectrum of people who are involved in creating change in a global health issue. At the beginning are people who raise awareness about the problem, and I think filmmakers and artists and media help do that. Once that happens, then you see, more programs, which means there are more healthcare personnel, which means there's politicians and UN heads of states or whatever. But without that beginning, push, if nobody knows there's a problem, nothing will be done to solve the problem. So not to say that these policies and the funders and the UN isn't important, they absolutely are, but I think there are parallel conversations happening between the development world and the socially conscious artist world, and I think if they talked more, if there was a crossover, which is what my advocacy work is really, yes, I do maternal health, yes, I'm a filmmaker, but I'm advocating strongly for the inclusion of artists in global health advocacy. I think we're gonna do better at, at delivering information and hopefully changing some of the social norms.
Mixly.